all the more reason to celebrate life.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
But on the other hand, the problem is I take stoicism in knowing that all this was avoidable. There was no reason that Harmon Harmon was driven by his own internal worldliness to pursue this.
Don't speak ill of the dead.
Harmon
was a fool.
I'm pretty
He
sure
could have prevented
I'm pretty sure between Anushka and the doctor, the two of them are just straight up honest about it. It's like, Harmon was always going to end up doing something like this.
Harmon was always loyal and steadfast to his companions, but look where this took him. It took him to the middle of nowhere to a struggle that gained nothing, and even after fate gave him an escape, he still was drawn to it as a moth to a flame. His reasons were his own, but you can see what he wrought.
Okay, yep. So, all right. I wish I still had the map that we used. I don't actually remember what it was.
It was the one with a little island in the middle of a swamp-looking area.
Right, and I don't think... I think I removed it. What is this?
Right back.
It's not one of the ones you have multiple layered maps for, is it?
Yeah, no, I don't believe so. I have something that might work, Hinge, but I don't... I need to set it up quick.
I went looking to try and help you, and of course I went to the Sacred Grove, where you can find Harmon.
Right to the Sacred Grove, the actual final battle site of... Yeah.
Keep getting lured back there.
Okay.
Yeah, because none of the maps that I could see that you have there look like it.
Yeah, not quite.
But I'm not aware of the ones that you have multiple layered maps on. The one you shift from back to front.
Yeah. I checked those, and all of them are... they're pretty much like day-night variations on the same basic map. Except some of them have just are just like blank grasslands as well. They're not the one that I'm looking for. And I have that one, and I'm going to set it up. It's not ideal. It's actually not ideal. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to use this one, and I'm just going to use some ugly pen marks to make it work. Two, three. Yeah, okay, that works. Okay, we need an island. So we'll put this island up here. Okay. I'm going to move you guys over to this map now. There's a bunch of leftover tokens on here. I don't know if any of them would be useful, but we can keep them.
The land, it's turned purple.
Yeah, this is the haunted forest. Yeah, that's right.
Right, it should be haunted. So purple is the haunted color.
That's how that works. It's a miserable place.
Drag myself over here so that all the tokens can be dragged elsewhere.
Cool. So yeah, we've got like a moat. I'm actually going to do this.
Guess we just call the red area the island.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually get a little fancier with it for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Is that to back? Oh, what? these. We're going to delete these. I wanted to move this.
Were you trying to move?
Trying to move map and background. I just drew this picture. Okay.
Yeah, it was always on top.
Yeah.
It's always on top. I want to move it back. I'm going to clear that. And we're just going to draw this on the other layer, the token
on the map layer.
I was on the map layer, but then I couldn't select this stuff, so I don't know.
You have to be on the map layer. Well, I don't know.
You have to like click drawings at their edge, which is kind of not.
Well,
annoying,
this guy's
really,
not here. I'm going to delete him. You left him back in Triskellion. Plus, I think Connor switched out all of his guys for new guys. So. Then y'all got crushed by the blue rock from the sky.
By the blue rock. Now I should be able to. There we go. To back. All right. All right.
Oh, but now it's on the token layer.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it to the map layer in a minute. And then
it's kind of funny. It's either my memory or not, but it's a lot larger than what I think the actual island was. Okay, there we go. It's the water. I got you now.
Right, that's the water. Yeah. Okay, and we can move that to back, and then we can move this guy to the. I can select it. There we go. To layer, map layer, and now it's behind everything. That was.
You really got to figure out your order of operations on move to back, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess.
Now if you move the regular map to the back. Now that one to the back.
No, we're going to delete this one.
There you go.
Okay. There we go. Objects. There we go. Layer. Map layer. Now I move to the map layer. And now I move this. I think the trouble is it's just very, very hard to select drawings, and I don't know why.
Really? The ones when you have filled in, they're easy to select.
They should be, right? It's not doing it for me. There we go. Okay.
And then the map. There you go.
All right, we did it. Oh my god.
Yay!
Thanks for bearing with everybody. I think this is all we need right now because we have our island, we have our water. So the Doc, Anushka, and Connor should be on the island. Address and company should be off the island. There we go. And Address and company, you guys are going to have everybody, you are being attacked. You can hear the flapping of wings and the screams of goblins. Not the big boys, mind you.
I didn't know if we'd actually be on the map. That's why I dragged us down to the corner. Because I remember last time there was like a ridge.
I guess you're like in this main area here before crossing the water, and then Connor, you brought every single person across the lake with you to the tiny shack. And then I guess Colette needs to be like over here.
Well, if we're actually on the map, then I need to actually look.
Yeah,
and see
you
what
are. You are on the map.
So you know that's what I'm saying. Last time we came here, there was like a ridge that we left people on. So I didn't know if we were. When you said, "Do you want to go in?" If you went like from the ridge onwards to the actual map, or actually here. So
right. I would say actually around here.
Hold on, then I actually have to go through these tokens and figure out who's here and who's not. Then.
Okay. Well, you're figuring that out. If the guys on the island want to roll initiative, you may. It's going to be a high target because they're far. I need to check the init target. We'll say that these guys are the actual range here. Looking at 12, 30. We'll say for everybody on the island, you can initiative and you're rolling a versus 4, so you want 5s or better.
Well, the doctor's unprepared. Is that a reeling, actually?
think Botch is reeling.
Yeah, you got a 2. You're fine.
Okay.
Wait, actually,
you just don't have anything readied, right? You don't get your free ready
unready.
action.
Right, means you don't have any spells or stabs out.
Yep. Usually it's the staff that I put on my hand and then I ready during the turn with a spell, so... Because I assume you don't get 2 readies or anything.
No.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, so usually just the staff. So now it's not even the staff.
Yeah, 1 success is ready, 2 successes is focus. You have nothing, which means if they attack you, you can only dodge.
Yep.
Which,
See how that goes.
Exactly what is our goal here?
So right now, your goal is probably try to escape from the. Yeah, right now your goal is probably escape from the goblins.
We just brought Colette here to cry, and then after she cried, it attracted goblins.
Yes. Now there's another reason you came here.
The sword that we
do want to find the sword, and you want to basically find your way cross into the.
Okay, so Harmon, when they took him away, had the sword on him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the only way to find the sword will probably be to cross the thin place and go into Goblin domain, because they're not going to bring it with them.
Indeed, yes.
Alright. Well, this is going to suck, because we're going to have to convince the goblins to give us the sword. Did we bring anything to trade for the sword?
Again, pockets still empty.
So this was our plan, was to just come here and, what, get attacked by goblins?
They don't blame me.
I mean, did anyone have a plan? I'm trying to figure out why we came here.
This is exactly where you guys wanted to go back when I suggested splitting ways. So this is why we went there again.
Well, if we're just... I thought we were just here to... Oh, so we... I mean, did anyone have a plan? I assumed you guys had a plan.
I assumed the doctor had a plan because he was making rolls about it and everything.
I assume someone else would come up with the other half of the plan. I was just trying to get people here.
I'm trying not... usually in these games, I'm very pushy, and I don't like to be pushy, so I'm trying not to be.
I know the feeling entirely.
My thing was I wanted to go to the barony because I had a political thing in motion. I was letting you guys go here on your own for your own plan.
Well, that would just mean that wouldn't change. That's not a plan. That's just you not coming.
Yeah, well, no, you guys were moving forwards to come here. This was your plan. The fact that you actually got here and had no plan.
Well, I thought we were just bringing Colette here because she wanted closure.
We've at least done the first part, which is what we really want, which is what we needed to do in the first place.
You guys never came up with something to offer the goblins. I keep saying I don't want to mess with the goblins. I keep saying I don't want to do this. But I come along anyway because I serve with joy.
Well, at the very least, we can maybe try to find a way to talk to them. But we'll see if we survive first.
All right. Let's see what happens first.
Yes.
There you go. Got a nice tight formation over there.
Well, this is why we always march around in. So I guess Pamphylia should be somewhat a little off the map there because I moved myself suit. Yeah, you don't remember back when all the zombies attacked? This is how we just fucking move.
Indeed. So, and I guess you already rolled for yours. Adris, your crew rolls initiative as well. Oh, you're roading everybody.
Yeah,
cool. All right, sounds good. And awesome. Okay, cool. All right. So yes, with screeches, the goblins are going to roll in and move. I gotta grab their
let's explain why no one comes here.
Well, you remember, Harmon actually had to seek this place out.
Right, but I was sitting here wondering, like, how come no one's cleaned this place up or done anything here? And then, goblin attack. That's why no one comes here. No one wants to be killed by goblins.
Well, I mean, you have first-hand experience, remember? You got chased down by goblins and everything.
I really did.
Okay. They begin. We're going to have these guys. Well, so they're in the process of flying. I dropped them on the map. They're going to aim and start chucking javelins. Nice. Short range, D10, 2d8. So we'll take a D12, D10, 2d8 damage plus 0 impaling. Let's see who we got here. Up short.
Go figure that not marching onto Death Island was the bad call.
Right, okay. So we're going to start with... I don't actually know who is this guy north of Orpha, but he's going to have to dodge a javelin, and it's short range, so he can take a d8 range die.
At least I got these guys some confectionaries.
10 d12. Okay. Well, it's a 9.
Yeah, hold on one sec. Just gotta remember what it is. D8. Okay. Good cover. Oh, that's right. Winter didn't put it up yet because it hasn't been a turn. Ah, damn it. Okay. Nothing. Cool. So what's the damage?
The damage is plus... Oh, I got 2 successes plus 0. It's impaling, though.
And I can't retreat towards, can you?
Yeah, I feel like in this case, you might have to just take it.
Sure.
So it would be 4 damage coming at him.
Alright, Taria is reeling, hurt and afraid.
Still alive, though. Alright, the rest of these guys are going to move in guard. We've got a flying speed of 5 meters. I bumped the scale down, so this is a large map now. 2, 3, 4, 5. And this guy, these guys are also flying in. There we go. Okay. And 5. And I'm just going to guard all of them as they move in. And you guys may go. 2, 3, 5. Guard. Nope. Guard. Okay.
All right, so they appeared, landed, and guarded.
No, they're flying. Oh, so they also have to roll their body. What are their bodies? Bodies.
They would also drift. I believe they have D6 bodies.
They have D8 bodies, and they're all drifting.
Wow. Well, then, yeah, they're just swooping around like big giant monsters.
Yep.
Wow. So they all are elites. Yeah.
So that would be long. That's 2d12 penalty, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I have a plan.
Okay. Would you like focus for your plan?
Sure, but I don't need it.
Well, I mean, the other is that I try to yell at this guy at long range and hope it works, which seems terrible.
Well, I wouldn't turn down a flesh ward.
Now would be the time to get it, so let's go ahead and do it. So, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to ready my staff, I'm going to rally you, you will get your focus, and you can acquire Flesh Ward. Go ahead and roll your will. That is 3 points.
A 3-point Flesh Ward is indeed a fine Flesh Ward indeed.
It's time again, Anushka. Guard yourself.
All right, well, I will speak the Burla Fiend, which I can do.
Ooh.
And I am here. I am here to speak. I, Anushka of Triskellion, am here to speak to your lord. I will have audience with your superior and none other, as I am here on a mission of honor. And I will tap honor.
That's a good use of honor.
Because that's what I'm here for. And I will draw no weapons.
Ooh, interesting. All right.
I will just stand here guarding. But I draw no weapons, and I say I'm here on a mission of honor.
I mean, it sounds like you're doing a stunt. A reason stunt.
That makes the most sense. I will attempt to go ahead and reason with the closest one.
Okay, cool.
I can speak the language. I don't have fast talk.
You're just over medium range.
I think this guy is only rolling his will.
Well, they also have
D8.
mine.
And
Negotiation
range,
is-
you're shouting across the battlefield.
Negotiation is mind, will. I don't have oratory, which would be the essential gift to negate this range penalty, and I don't have it. Do you have
Is it
that?
mind, will, and negotiation? I thought it was just one.
Oh, I guess it's just. Oh, that's right. Reasoning is mind and negotiation versus mind and negotiation. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. And they're not super smart. They got D6s, so
No, they're
but
not
they do get the
known
range.
for their superior smartness, but
It was this guy, right? I think he's
I'm
the
probably not
closest.
going to beat the range penalty.
You're not going to be. Well, let's see, because I got to roll for it. So it's going to be a D6 and a D12. I'll start with a D12. Okay, yeah. They can't hear you.
I'm not even beating the range penalty, but I announce my intent. They can keep doing what they're doing. I have announced my intention, and I have drawn no weapons. I just stand here defiant.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they are craven beasts who would attack someone who is unarmed and under a flag of truce. I'm also going to advise you guys to stand down and do the same. Otherwise, it's going to get ugly.
Interesting. Okay. Is anyone going to follow Anushka's lead? Connor, we haven't heard from you a lot today, so what do you think? Currently, you've got goblins swooping in. They've already attacked one of Adris's irregulars, stabbed him with a spear, and Anushka is making... She is not drawing her weapons, and she's shouting. She's trying to negotiate. She says, "Take me to your leader," basically.
I can't assist her because this is combat time, but I could possibly put a reason stunt on another one of them.
You could attempt that, yes.
But then
You'll
again,
be rolling?
I don't have the language, so it might be pointless.
Oh, right. Burlafine is the language you need.
So, yeah.
Does anyone else speak Burlafine? Is it just Anushka here?
I do as well.
Okay.
But I did what I could to try to enhance Anushka here, so we'll see if we can get around to it next turn.
All right, then I'm going to start trying to defend some peeps.
Okay.
Dash up to... Actually, let me try a stride. Oh, no, not a stride. It's the random roll, the sprint.
Sprint.
All right, same as my dash. So to about there, and then how deep is this water?
The water you can wade through, but it is difficult terrain, so half move.
All right, so I'm going to run through that. Seeing what my run is. It's 22. Okay, so 2 paces to the water.
Right. Water would be 7, so 14. So you got 16. With 22, you'd have an additional 6 paces.
All right. And that'll send me reeling.
Gotcha. So Connor charges, seeing Adris's men in danger. Are your men going to follow suit?
They're going to stay behind and guard Colette.
Okay.
So, moving to there and guarding. This one will be moving here and not guarding because he had to move further. Same with that one.
Okay, and so Adris, are your men holding formation?
I mean, they're holding formation, but I mean, are we
It's your- I
not
mean-
counterattacking? Is that what we're doing?
It sounds like Anushka is trying to reason with them. She's also very far away, and they couldn't hear her. It's likely that you couldn't hear her either.
Well, I mean, if I can't hear her, then I don't know what's going on, and we just gotten attacked. So, what is the typical movement speed of a typical?
I believe it's over 4.
I think it's usually 16 if they run, 4 if they dash.
Okay.
Right, I was thinking
We are
dash.
all going to guard and run at a pace of 16 so that our slowest person can keep up with us.
Nice.
So we are just going to go off map.
Make it difficult. Okay, fine.
I mean, it's going to make it difficult. Goddamn you and your want to survive.
It's not that. I mean, they're not going to just give up on you because you moved off the edge of the map. If they want to fight you, they're going to keep fighting you. It just means they have to make more map now.
Or, just leave us here on the edge of the map and make it non-representational.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, we'll do that. So you guys are running away in formation. Okay, cool. Okay.
So I suppose that was Anushka, me, Connor, and Gar.
Yeah, I think that's probably all of you guys, right? Not missing anybody. So back to my goblinoids. You said run 16. What is this goblin's speed? Run of 35. Oh, and while flying. Sprint of a D10 and a dash of a D5. Okay. First we're gonna see if he can close distance with the sprint. Rolling his D10. Rolled a 5. 5 and 5 is 10. He could move 10 paces. I'm gonna say that he's chasing, but you guys moved 16 paces as far as this. Yeah, that's fine with me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
the
so
thing
he
is that if we move
dashed and
16
sprinted.
every time, then you're going to have to run to catch up with us, unless you could fly faster than 16 on a normal.
They can probably fly faster.
Right, but still eating up their action economy.
Yeah.
Which means that the aims are unlikely.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing too is that these guys are armed with javelins, but he just threw his, so he's gonna have to actually, if he wants to catch up, he's gonna have to outrun you, and
My
then
guys are a bunch of typicals. We need every advantage we can get.
okay. So I guess the rest of these guys are going to continue moving in. Guard, unguard. All right, we'll start with these two. You know what? Actually, they're going to guard. They've got a run of 35. So they're going to guard, and they're just going to 35. Yeah, they can. They're going to circle this island. 35 would put them up here.
Oh, here we go.
As you guys are running, I guess we'll just let you run. Okay. And because these guys are running, they're guarded. They're also reeling.
There we go. That's what we wanted to hear.
Yeah, they're just swooping and
taunting, screeching, clawing, cursing at you in Berlafine. So
I'm learning new words today.
Yeah. All right, and that's my action.
Okay. I think the doctor will go ahead and take a guard, and will attempt to do a negotiation. I'm going to negotiate the one to the north there. So this is
Okay.
mind negotiation, I hear.
And you are.
We're
I'm
very
giving
close.
a D8. You're not within near, so they're still taking a D8 of range, but D6
Okay.
D8.
Yeah, versus my 3d8, and I have 5s. I'm slightly above average.
And I
I'm
got
not
my
going to
7.
Yeah, I'm not going to knack reroll versus a 7. I am also reeling now, as I attempt to shout at him. It's like, parlay, parlay!
Oh, where are the rabbit and the 2 wolves?
I'm gonna say that they're with you. I don't think
Yeah,
they
they
crossed
weren't going
onto
to
the
cross
islands.
over.
Okay.
They're all in favor of this falling back plan.
Live today, see tomorrow.
So I've given it my shot, then. Oh, I need purple, not blue. So who's next?
Let me see what the range here is.
Well, I guess I need to repeat. I'm here to see your. Again, I will have audience with the Lord. I have business. I come in the spirit of harmony of all creatures. And I guess I'm reeling again.
She said Harmon, kill her.
Ironic that.
Okay.
All right, so who are you?
Ooh. I
Judog.
rolled a 3, so you got a chance. Puny
I have
Judog.
a very good chance.
Judog.
That is
Hey.
one success. You will consider the weight of the words. You actually can't take a focus turn because you're reeling, but yeah, I mean, I speak the pretty words. So consider the weight of what I have to say, Judog, and bring your leader. And you can see I'm just sitting here, just unarmed, just waiting, hands free, matter of honor.
Okay.
Whether that means something to you or not, I don't know, because you guys are professional slavers.
We'll see. We'll see in a moment. Connor still gets to go, and his men also have actions.
Right. Let's have them all take focus turns up north, except for Potter, who will try to rally Connor.
Okay.
Potter probably shouldn't be injured anymore, I think.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Connor-
remember when he got his injury from. It's probably, yeah.
Weeks ago.
Say Potter's a klutz. He didn't see he stubbed his toe really hard on his way into the island.
Okay. I'm rolling a D12 range penalty for this for Potter's. Oh.
Damn. It still
Yeah.
failed. Alright, so recover from reeling. Oh, let me put the red tool back. Recover from reeling and dash up to here.
Okay. Alrighty then. I am assuming that Address and Company are going to continue to run. I
Recover
think,
from reeling and run. Yep.
yeah, Forak, Knack, or whoever is going to probably give up pursuit. Because they did catch some people. All right. On my turn, my goblins, seeing that they're not meeting physical resistance, are going to fly onto the island and land. They're no longer reeling and they're no longer guarding. But the one is Puny Judog is going to approach you, Anushka, cocking its head back and forth like a curious bird. It seems to be. It seems to understand your words and is considering
What I
You.
have to say. I mean, I'm
What
just
you
sitting here.
have
I'm
to
not
say.
afraid of you, and I have come here to speak because I am here to do I'm here, Harmony, do business with the Lord. You can either take me up on that, or think you can cut all this down. Are you ready? Do you see my power levels over 9,000?
Yeah. Okay. I think we're
I
gonna
mean, if you
pause
recognize-
combat initiative.
Yeah, if you recognize honor when you see it, I have it.
I mean, I think honor is something that is not unknown to the goblins, because I do believe that the Morigna have honor as a.
They do.
They do.
They have
Right.
the big bosses have it. The lesser goblins. But you often meet these little guys who say, "I'm not afraid of you. You're just some normal person," and then you have to
I know. Gotta teach him
question
a
whether
thing,
a painful lesson or not.
right?
I mean, I could be talking shit. Maybe I'm not worth it. Maybe it's just whoever, whatever,
Right.
lady. Bam, drop you up in a net, take you away.
Right. Well, Judog will approach and ask in kind of a raspy, screechy sort of voice. What business do the Feon have? Small bats. They have their javelin out and pointed at you aggressively.
That's what I would do. Seeing that the goblins and people are good friends, I am here on a mission to restore honor. A person was taken who had something that did not belong to him, a sword that belongs to my lord, and I have come to retrieve it. We recognize that no crime was committed, only error. And we ask audience that this error may be redressed, seeing as the goblins and the people are good friends.
All right. Well, I think that was well reasoned and well role played. Of course, we have all agreed we don't want to lean on people's natural role playing abilities in lieu of their statistics.
Right. But if you're asking for dice, I've already shown I have negotiation as a skill. I have Cosmo, I have Berlafine, I have diplomacy, and I have honor. All of those abilities stacked on my sheet. You could ask me to roll, but I have demonstrated them both in a role play and a character generation.
Well, aren't you fancy?
So I could just wrote that and get 2 successes. So
you could wrote with 2 successes.
I think, and no one here. I mean, we're reasonable people. No one here unloaded yet, so Judog has no face to lose.
I unloaded in my pants.
I
mean, it's a standoff. We're all violent, but whether they take me seriously or not, I don't know if he knows who I am. I've never seen him. I don't think I've seen him before.
No, you guys have never met. You have not met puny Jodog. Jodog. I would say that normally I agree. Am I cutting out? Sorry.
A little bit, but
I would agree that you have that you have a really good chance of succeeding this, but this is also a high stakes situation, and I want to roll for it. So
right. Well,
I would like to see your dice.
I'm asking him to go get his lord, and it's or a lady or master or whatever, and he's going if I get them, they're going to be really annoyed at this. And it's yeah, but I think it's in your best interest to go get them. I think you'll see here in a bit that it's going to be in your bit. And it's sadly, you are not criminals because you don't you're above the law. So I don't get that bonus. Let's see.
Let's see also what you're rolling. Oh, a 4. Okay. You need 5 or better. But
have we gone into diplomacy, or are we still doing this round by round?
No, this is still diplomacy. This is diplomacy. Sorry. Combat is done.
So
a new combat could start.
Everyone lands.
Everyone's landed right now.
I assume by now all of Gar's men will probably get to the edge of the water because this takes 5 minutes.
I don't know if Gar is returning, but
the Gar's men would not freeze frame. They wouldn't stop.
Well, no, so what we did was we just left him down here because the alternative of tracking his distance was a pain.
We ran away, not towards. Away.
Oh, you ran away. Never mind. Yeah, you guys are gone.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I forgot. I thought you were running down. No, you just ran away. Well, I don't blame you.
We can move Connor up. I assume Connor wants to be where the action is, so he could be wading through the swamp up here.
We were surrounded by 6 of them, and all of my men are typicals. We ran.
Yeah. All right, I have 2 successes, and if it's a duel, I have a 9, which I think is higher than you can roll. So
It is. Yep.
So it might be, I don't know. She was really convincing, boss. It's like, you got me out here to deal with it. She's like, what, 80 pounds soaking wet?
Right.
So you couldn't take a girl, a milksop priest, and these guys? Right. So I know why he wouldn't want to do it, but I'm saying, like, also, I want to say, like, it's very, Kukulon tradition of, like, I didn't even get out any weapons. It's like, what are you going to do, attack me when I have no weapons? This is what you're going to brag about? Yeah, we beat up some 60-pound girl who didn't even have weapons after she asked her politely. It's like, that's not something you want getting around, is it? We're goblins. We don't care what you think. No, I think you care.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happens, right? Okay. So Judog kind of like, again, cocks its head in a jerky bird-like motions. He seems to be looking you up and down, thinking about what it is exactly that's going on here. And he says, "You bring offerings. You have gifts for my master."
I have come on my honor to retrieve something that belongs to my lord and was taken in error. Again, I assume no ill will or malfeasance on behalf of your lord. They have taken someone and defeated in combat, and thus is their right. But the possession this man had, this Harmon had, was not theirs to give, and belongs to my lord. And if I were to return without it, I would have no face. I have been given nothing but my own honor to come claim this. Seeing that the goblins and the people are good friends, and that your lord is an honorable and just person, they would return another's item that was not theirs to take in the first place. So yeah, that does weaken my case a little bit, but
no, but it's fine. I think Judog is going to.
I mean, they might go back and say, "Well, our lord wants something." It's like, God damn it.
I mean, kind of. He's gonna say, we will bring you into Goblin lands. Into Fionn lands. They don't call themselves goblins. They're Fionn.
I'd be a lot happier negotiating. No, you gotta come.
No, he says, you will meet Hammerwing, and you will wish you had brought gifts. And he lets out like a weird coughing cacaw that might be laughter. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I knew it. God damn it. Hey guys, turn out your pockets. Do you guys have anything?
Just the book.
Just the book. Pure wood alcohol.
So
where did I get this? Wait, I forgot to write down where I got this. Oh, this is just a bottle of regular wine. This isn't special wine.
I imagine, but you could upsell it.
No, they're not
going to better when they think it's more expensive.
They're not going to be fooled by that.
But the average wine connoisseur is literal words that the doctor will use.
Can't believe we came all this way. Can't believe none of you had a plan.
Well, I brought 2 nobles with us. I thought they would have some money.
They don't even want money. It's like we would have to offer them something in return. All right, well...
I feel like Anushka must go through periods of, like, coma-like states. How did she arrive here herself without realizing there was no plan?
I thought we were just...
She served with joy.
She serves with joy.
I serve with joy.
Apparently.
My motto isn't I'm in charge. I serve with joy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm mad at you guys for coming all the way here and none of you had a plan. My motto is I don't have a plan.
My plan was not to come here.
I know. So I can't fault you for that. So really, this is like, what's up with Arkloyd and Griffin? Why don't you guys have a plan?
Well, my backup plan is theft.
You thought you were going to somehow go to the Goblin Land and steal the sword. That was your plan.
I didn't. Just got us here. I spent so much time asking how, I didn't ask why.
I wanted to go fight. I wanted to go to Necromancer Land.
Okay, well, we've got a couple questions. I got questions for you guys. We're
Okay.
down to our last half hour, like 20 minutes and change, right? So
All right, I have something. All right, if they will parley with me, I have something I can offer.
okay, these guys don't want to parlay with you, but they agree that they'll bring you to their leader, who they call Hammerway.
And they're going to bring me to their land, which is also bad because I could be trapped in Goblin Land forever, guys.
Yeah,
People
it's probably
don't
not a
come
place
back
you
to
want to
Goblin
be.
Land.
Well, not everyone comes back. Some people do.
Not everyone. Some do. We have seen examples. So here's the question. Next question. Adris and his men have bolted. I assume that they are not going into Goblin lands. Kitten, that was a terrible, terrible jump. Poorly executed. Okay, we're going to do food in 30 minutes. Okay, so am I right in assuming that Adris is
Yeah, that seems about
staying
right.
on the material? Okay.
Yeah, stay on the material plane, yeah. I'm not going to turn into a ghost or whatever the hell happens to these people.
Gotcha. All right, so that's good to know. So the next thing is, oh boy, the next thing is my cat starts to eat my mic cable. Please hold. Kitten, you get
Number problems.
cool but necessary. Say
That's
bye-bye
like
to the
rules.
folks on the internet.
Although making
Right, and
allies
my
with
headphones were
goblin
plugged in.
lords. Step 1, become a druid. Just being able to call down a Marigna is kind of scary. I am trying to fill in dead air. You guys are not responding to a single damn thing.
My brain just turned off there for a second.
Common as a druid would be very scary.
Gosh darn it! Unfortunately, the Irish
Fifth
dictionary does not have audio output for some reason. Probably because the accents are too there. I was trying to look up the correct pronunciation of Judog because I'm assuming you got that name list from the Phelan.
Phelan, yeah.
Right.
These are all from the original ones you sent me back in the map 12 days.
Which is why I'm assuming it's from the Gaelic list, and I can't actually find a Gaelic pronunciation guide, so I'm not exactly sure how that's pronounced. It may not be a proper Gaelic name because even though I got it from a source that said it was, that doesn't mean it was.
Oh, I mean, I've already commented to Griffin that this is a very problematic name every time I hear it.
Honestly, we're gonna find the pronunciation. It's just gonna be like jug.
Well, I don't know how
the pronunciation will be like Falana or something, the way that Gaelic tends to go.
Well, J is usually Jean is usually pronounced like that.
Okay.
But I don't know if the DOG is, so. Plus, also, like I said, even though we sourced it from somewhere that said it was, I didn't double vet the sources.
Right.
The original names list is from 2003.
Yeah,
so.
no, the combined names list is something like 25,000 names, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had good sources back then, but they were dictionaries.
And now they're all on Roll20. All 25,000 of them.
I'll just show off my nice shirt.
We're going to do some magic.
I don't know if the stage looks any different. We took it on the road.
It's the same to my bad eyes.
Magic.
2-layer map layer. All right. And if you zoom in, okay. This is just a time-saving maneuver. But here, let me paint you a word picture. So you follow as the goblins lead. They still keep you surrounded for every leg of the journey because it is unclear if you are guests or prisoners to them.
We're delegates, which is pretty much what you described. Both guest and prisoner.
Both guest and prisoner. As they lead you deeper into the wood, something strange happens to your eyesight. Things grow out of focus and get fuzzier. You think you start to hallucinate. You see things that don't make sense, rocks that float off the ground, lightning that arcs up from the ground and into the sky, almost echoing backwards from the way it normally should be. And you are led to
You're lucky if we come back at the same time we left.
Right.
Or before you entered.
Or before you. Oh my god, paradox.
Usually,
yes, I forgot to say that. I forgot to say that right before you follow them, you see all of your party, but like standing behind you.
Well, they usually don't do that in the medieval paradoxes, but yeah, usually show up like they always say, like, hundreds of years, like Rip Van Winkle. Hey,
there you go.
It's like, oh, I went to go party with the fairies. 20 years went by. I went to go party with the goblins.
Next time, we're going to cover what Gar does for the next 3 years.
Exactly.
Come back, it's
Get
a
back in
barren
Gar has
wasteland.
silver hair and
There's that one wonderful published adventure we have, but I'm going to spoil it 'cause it's one of my favorites.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's actually so good. I don't know. I kind of want to do it, but we'll see. We'll see if we survive this next encounter first. It's not counter chickens. All right. So the goblins lead you to the side of a sheer cliff, and as you look up, you see that there is a mouth cave opening in this cliff, and you can see fire, the red light of fire from within the cave. They normally you could tell the flyers would just fly up to this, but they have constructed sort of a narrow switchback trail that will wind its way up this cliff face, and it will take quite a while. Your party has to march single file while the goblins lazily flap their wings and make sure you don't try any funny business on your way up. But eventually,
make sure we don't flee off into Goblin Land, because who wouldn't want to live here? Like, they know, like, your place sucks compared to ours. We know all of you just want to go flee and colonize Goblin Land like colonized everything else. Like, yeah,
I don't know. Those floating rocks look pretty comfy.
it's true. You guys do tend to you guys like to colonize stuff,
Doctor, I need you to come closer because I need to slap you on part of you that isn't covered by armor.
Always at an angle. You gotta slope the armor.
Yeah. It's getting tricky.
Okay. So as you finally make your way to the mouth of this cave after this long sort of forced march, you can see inside. The cave is rather large. The first thing that strikes your notice is that hanging from the ceiling of this cave are a number of what appear to be swords and spears and weapons of a variety of makes and kinds. All of them suspended from ropes from the ceiling, hanging down almost like some sort of chandelier or mobile, some sort of art installation, right? There's a ringing that hits your ears. It's the sound of metal on an anvil, and at the farthest corner of the cave, you can see silhouetted in red-orange firelight, there is the massive form of what could only be a Morigna. Its black feathers glistening in the light from this forge. Stationed around him are two large cattle, which are obviously not goblin. They look to be captives from your land, from Calabria, and they're helping man the billows and work this forge.
I have no idea who they are, right?
You don't know either of them. And as you approach the leader of this goblin crew that has you, offers a meek, a questioning voice in Berlafine. It says, Master Hammerwing, outsiders have come to treat with you. They say they have business, although we are not sure what they have to offer. And each of them bows. And this large monster stands to its full height and turns on you as a towering creature.
Yeah, I love this giant towering creature. By the way, I can still fly. It's like, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so it turns. You're not sure. So, Anushka, you are. This is probably a very scary moment for you, but you are thinking back to the fight with Harmon that you witnessed, and one thing stands out to you: that Morigna was not wearing an eye patch. This one is. This one's also clad in sort of like a leather apron type garment that seems to be protecting it from the embers.
Was formidable. So, but I also remember when the marina just said, "I'll just cross 30 paces like it's nothing," and slap you with a sword that weighs more than you. And it was like, yeah, I still have the scar from that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Highly visible at this point.
Highly visible, actually, yes, because I'm wandering around Skyclad.
So I suppose to kick things off, the doctor will go and approach. Is like, good Lord Hammerwing, we've come here in the best of spirits, and I approach.
Hey! What are you doing?
Okay. What me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. What?
He's entreating.
Did I say you could speak for me?
I was going to offer him this gift. Would you like to do it?
What gift are you offering him?
Take this book.
No, smack! Get out of here! And unfortunately, to impress the Burlapine, I have to smack you. I have to count coup.
Yeah, and I'm picking up on what you're doing here. This is entirely unknown to the doctor.
Get back in line!
Oh.
So let me go ahead and roll some deceit to give you an assist to whatever you're going to do.
Thank you. I also have deceit and specializing in making other people look good.
I just go straight to the ground. I'm doing my best coward. It's like, no, please.
Get back. I will also...
it takes me back to my old days.
And I will take a knee. I know people say that Americans don't know what that actually means. I will take a knee and bow to Master Hammerwing. I am Anushka, champion of Triskellion. I have traveled many a league here to give you to pay the respects and honor that you deserve. And here I will bestow this upon you, a nephrite blade pattern hammered by strange smiths from beyond the sea. I will surrender the martial sword. This is the only thing I can think of I have that is worthy of Hammerwing himself.
Wow. Okay. Hammerwing is actually intrigued when you show him the sword.
I mean, they're gonna look at this like this is a fencing blade. What the hell are you supposed to do with this? But it's well made. So so it's a ceremonial weapon. It's the weapon you use to like pick your teeth after you killed everyone.
Right. Yeah. Hammerblade will close his fist around it, and it looks like a toothpick, right, in his hand, essentially, too. So, but he holds it up with sort of like a gentleness, and he eyes it with his good eye, and turns it over in his hands, his paws, over and over again, and he says, intriguing, and he's going to bring it over to one of the cattle and hand it to him and ask him in Burlafine, what do you make of this? And the cattle is going to start looking it over. Back, he says, this is a fine gift. What is it that you wish in return?
Seeing that the goblins and the people are good friends, there has been an error where an errant swordsman, one Harmon was a mule. Was Harmon a mule or a horse?
Donkey.
Yeah, donkey, but I think we just mechanically he was a mule.
Okay, right. I'll learn more of this. Was on an errand for my lord, and unfortunately, the failure on his duties was his own. But he forgot himself and carried something that did not belong to him, but to my lord. And I have come to ask for its return, seeing that the goblins and the people are good friends.
The goblins and the people are good friends. This causes Hammerwing to laugh, which echoes loudly in the cavern.
You talk like a Brian Judge. Like, yeah, pretty much.
This laughter does cause a shudder to pass through all of the other goblins and the two cattle that he works with. He says, this Harmon carried a blade. Can you describe this blade.
It's
I
not the
have
weapon
collected
that he,
many.
Yeah, it's not the weapon he fought with, but the actual sword. If I recall correctly to the GM here, we're seeking the Rinaldi sword. It was a battle-air, right? It's long with a curve at the end.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was suitably fancy in some way that at least it could be confused for something else.
Right, the battle-air, aka backsword. It's a one-handed sword with only a single edge and a curve at the end, so it glides easily. And it's mostly used for fast-moving or mounted combatants. It is the battle-air. And also, it would actually, I mean, this was a specific weapon. I think we've seen it before. It has a specific maker's mark on it, right?
It does, yeah. And you have seen it before. You could describe it.
Right, and being cosmopolitan and Berlafine, and actually having like negotiation and do I have presence? I don't actually have presence. I can give a big convolute, but I do have craft and etiquette, so I can explain what it looked like in the Maker's Mark. Again, not, and I'll sort of emphasize because I'm here being a diplomatic. It's not like a real weapon. It's not like an armed colonne of a double-edged sword of death and hatred.
It's
more of a
ceremonial
thing. Yeah, it's a staff of office. And since it's an embarrassment to my lord, and since I am a champion which is an exaggeration, but hey, I came here under honor. I mean, I have a feeling like this is that kind of double level here where I have a feeling that Hammerwing's going to suss out that I am full of shit, but I'm also a diplomat. So, like, my claims of, I came here, I asked to get it back, I meant no ill will, I want that. It's kind of like, you might be putting on it. So it's a question of whether Hammerwing wants to put me to the test if I'm really a champion or not and extract more out of me, or if they'll just give it back and we can just go. I mean, only you can the mind of Hammerwing if Hammerwing bears a grudge for losing an eye.
Hammerwing is not the same Marigna that you faced.
Well, that's also good.
So he does not bear any particular
completely different kind of asshole.
Yeah. No, he will shuffle along the ground, and these blades that are hanging from the ceiling are going to jingle like chimes in his wake as he pushes through, and he plucks one down. And you can see that it is the sword that you described. It is the Rinaldi blade.
Oh, holy crap, it was here the whole time.
It was here the whole time.
Decoration.
Yeah, no, he looks at it and he says, this many calibris swords, blades, your smithing techniques are unknown to us here. But even among them, this one stands apart. Do you know the secrets of how to forge a weapon such as this?
Actually, yes. You must build an entire giant forge with more heat than can be mustered. So much so that while the forge itself is on ground, you dig tunnels next to it and bury the steel within clay pots. The finer details of which are not known to me, but your alchemist guy ran off, didn't he, Gar?
Yeah,
he's with the bank group.
Yeah. But this specific smithing technique requires a forge so large to create gun steel, which, if you were able to create a forge like this and very deep, you could get the necessary heat to get this sort of level of steel and pour it treble best. The finer details of which are unknown to me, but I know those who do. But I don't want to bore you with details, seeing as the goblins, the people are good friends. I'm really just here for this silly ceremonial weapon that has really no use.
He's nodding along with everything that you say, very intent. It's clear that you're not boring him by this explanation.
Hey, let's tell the... Why? Right. That's how you make guns like this. The fine steel of this, which is finer than any kind of blade. Why? You goblins could probably just make this in a couple weeks and just make an entire army of gun steel blades and cannons and overrun the landscape with your huge guys. But I'm sure you're not here to do that, and I'm sure nothing I've said today will inspire you to do it.
Certainly we'll never see a Marigna hauling a cannon from the air and firing it. No, certainly not.
We're at a crossroads, guys, which is why this is very important. It's probably important to delineate what of this is in character and what of this is above the table, because Hammerwing would very much like to rule the skies with an army of cannon-toting
basically.
Fion.
Yeah. So
So
the problem is we can't make cannons small enough that we move them in the field. Like, well, the Marigna solved this problem by being freaking huge.
yeah, freaking huge. So
Have you tried just being you? Dark Souls boss size. I mean, come on.
yeah. So
this.
so your explanation at this, he kind of like turns and shoots a look at his cattle, and they just cower. They like drop to their knees and put their hands above their heads. He's a little bit, but he turns back to you and he says, "You know much of forging Calabrese steel. I will give you this. I will return you this sword on the condition that you help me build this forge and teach me the secrets of Calabrese weapons, these gun steel that you speak of."
I can't very well pledge myself to servitude to help you and indulge you, which is a weighted word right there. Indulge you in this. My duty as a champion is to serve my lord, as there is no nobler calling than to put aside fear in the name of service, for that is the greatest joy that anyone in this world could know. And it is not, thus my honor belongs to another. And while I am flattered by your offers, you are a worthy master indeed. That is not an office I can give to you.
Okay. He says, very well. You do believe in honor, and this is clear. However, I will not give you this trophy for nothing. I have another task perhaps you would accept. There is a druid in the Phalon territories. She guards the passage from the Fion lands. If you find this druid and remove the curse that she has placed upon the gates, then you will have been proven yourself deserving of trading with the Marigna.
Okay.
Is this amenable?
And to clarify, Fion is warrior, which applies to both Phalon warriors and Goblin warriors.
That makes some sense, because
Right,
they're both called, the Phalon warriors are called Fianna in the book. The goblins are referred to as Fion, and I was like, is this the same word or just a very similar word?
It's the same word. It's they're both Celtic warriors. So.
Cool. So,
I mean,
right.
Yeah. So so beat up a druid.
Yeah, it's beat up a druid, or at this point he would just enslave you all, and maybe you'd have to fight your way out of the Goblin lands.
Well,
but that's, I think, where we got to end.
Yeah,
this is the last choice for the session.
But that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna sure beat someone up. Sure, beat someone up without my best sword. Yeah. Okay, well that's pretty good. I of course came to the world to hell, another dimension place surrounded by creatures. There are legends that some of these goblins can be up to 16 stories tall. That's probably exaggeration, but anyway, I came here despite the great risk myself because I said I would, and now I did. I know no fear, and I serve with joy.
All right, then. Okay, so I'm now going to offer you a goal, and this is where we will end the session. The goal is remove the druid curse that guards the gates to Calabria from the Goblin lands. Boom.
Sure, let's start a goblin invasion. Why not?
Why not?
All right, so anyway, yeah, I know no fear and serve with joy, and by the way, I love stuff like this. Cool. I love that we can be highfalutin and pretentious like this. It's what I live for.
Oh, it's wonderful. Right. The Marigna Hammerwing will also seems to believe in your honor, seems to see it in your eyes and the way that he talks to you. When you accept this, he will hand you the Rinaldi blade so that we can cross that off the list. So that's the session for today, and you guys, for the goal of recovering the Rinaldi blade, which we've been working towards for like months. I feels like months of out of game time, but also for time. So I'm going to offer you all the gift of increased trait of your
Wow.
choice. Yes, that's a good chapter closing gift.
Could one argue that we helped the Baron defeat the Chevenais tribes at the mines?
I think that is to be determined. You've definitely helped.
I would argue that we have helped, which is the wording of the goal.
Oh, the bitch.
Wait, which goal was this?
Help
This
the
was the
Baron
one
defeat
that-
the Chevenais tribes at the mines, the iron mines.
Yeah,
Was that
And
a
this is
goal?
the one
I didn't even have that listed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
we
why we
just
went to the
added
Baron.
it today. Yeah.
No, I just had listed that as resolve the Baron issue. I didn't even have that. But we're getting increased gift for that one, right? We increased trait for that one, right?
We're getting
that's
increased
the,
trait for this one, for the Rinaldi sword. Recover the
The
Rinaldi sword.
sword. Okay. Well, do we
Yep.
still have more business with the Baron then?
So the other two goals that I have here is help the Baron defeat the Chevenais tribes under the control the Iron.
Okay.
And-
What did we do to accomplish that?
got him military support from the Biscuitary Lord.
Oh yeah, I would just give us insider with the Baron for that one then.
Well, I don't know if that one's okay. So here's the thing: I once again trapped myself. You did technically help. They didn't actually defeat the tribes yet, though.
Oh, does he actually have to defeat the tribe for us to get a gift?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
see,
think
that's
that
not
You're
the
returning
wording.
to that area later.
That's not the wording of the goal.
Well,
You see, the wording you would want is and defeat the tribes, not help him to defeat the tribes.
that's
Time to
why I would
reword the
say,
goal.
if it's just offer him help, that's why I would give a piddling gift for it, not a major gift.
yeah. I mean, we can do that. That's fine.
I mean,
guess that one's on
insider
me.
with the Baron because we offered him gifts, sounds good to me, especially because he's not that far away. I mean, that's what I would suggest. If anyone wants to argue about that,
I'll take
Yeah.
my experience.
I think the problem with that gift specifically is that some of you all are still wanted. It's one of those areas where the narrative would clash directly with the advantage the gift would give you, because you guys are not insiders. Adris would be an insider. You guys are still wanted criminals as far as he's concerned.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, instead it could be insider with the Baron Ashton, the Bisclavray Baron that you guys seemed to be friends. That would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, so that would be and what's his name again? Just so I have it for you all. Lord Ashton Bennett. So insider with the Bisclavray Baron.
Bennett.
Lord Ashton Bennett. That's what we'll offer for helping with Meldegard's campaign against the Chevenais. So that's 2. 2 goals completed. Chook. I'll mark those off on my end.
I'm sorry about missing the last end of the game there.
It's all good.
That's okay, man. I'm sorry that you had internet trubs today.
So did we get a goal or something?
Yeah, so there were 2 goals. One was you got the Rinaldi sword from the Goblin lands. That's increased trait of your choice. That's a big one. The second one was helping the Baron defeat the Chevenais tribes that control the Iron Mines, which wording. But for that, you have insider with Lord Ashton Bennett, if you'd like it. And then the goals that I have remaining here are remove the Necromantic Circle in the Rothos Mountains and remove the Druid Curse that guards the gates of Calabria from the Goblins.
Can you put that
Yeah,
one
checks
in?
out.
Both of them, I mean.
Yeah.
And what was the one before? You recover the Rinaldi sword, and what else?
Help the Baron defeat the Chevenais tribes that control the Iron Mines.
And for that, we got Insider with
Lord Ashton Bennett. Lord Bennett could work too.
Thinking of taking oratory.
There were a couple times when oratory could have helped.
Yeah, the courtroom, for example.
And also rallying at extreme ranges.
How does that work?
Or negotiating at extreme ranges, I think, was it?
We're sitting there shouting at these caw goblins as they're flying over here.
Yeah.
We need to get a megaphone eventually.
I have a megaphone.
Right. Okay. We should also, the last thing too, I'm going to assume that Anushka has the Rinaldi sword since it was handed to her. We're just going to keep track of who has that going forward because, as we've seen, that can lead to weird complications down the
Right,
line.
Anushka.
So,
Do not get captured by goblins.
Well, I just gave
Lesson
up.
learned.
I just gave up my martial sword, which means I'm going to start fighting with the battle air, which is going
Yes.
to be, which is going to cause a paradox here in a little bit.
I mean, that was Harmon's weapon of choice before he found, bigger things.
Yeah,
Love the sweep.
sweep can be very nice when you're overwhelmed.
yeah. Cool. Okay, guys. So thank you for playing. It's 1 XP for joining us. It's another XP for role play, and you guys got your goals. Anyone have anything to add for the debrief? We're going over a little bit. I'm sorry for that.
Thanks everybody I saw at First Squared. It was a great convention.
Awesome.
Had lots of fun. We got lots done.
We did, didn't we? Covered a lot of ground today.
Fair bit. Not a lot of stand-up combat, but it was still fun.
Yeah, the game can really move sometimes. A combat can kind of like mire it a little bit, but I'm glad we did have the potential for some fighting too. Okay, but it sounds like that's that for today. Thank you guys for playing. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. And we'll see you next week.
See you next time, everybody.
See ya.